Molen Betun, good afternoon, good morning, Kobase, USA, good afternoon in South Africa, good afternoon in the UK. We are now live on Kumlamli Manala social media platform, which is my Facebook page, and also YouTube. And as you know, Guti, we've been waiting for this time, for this moment for quite some time. And we definitely have our own guest, Unana Charlene Ndwe. Unana is with us today. As Basiza Ukala again, we're just going to allow Abantu to log in and watch this live as it happens. It's an opportunity betuna for your businesses, an opportunity obangaba nikwazi into bangaba mhlambi nikwazi ukubona into bangaba in this plight of COVID-19 and inakwazi into bangaba to get venture capital. And some of you are tenderpreneurs. Uyabona lanto itender zikhona zifuna into bangaba zihoyiwe ngoku and possibly you are running dry in terms of funding and everything. And if it's lucrative, who knows? Unana could be your to-go person starting from today. Maybe before we start, Nana, just say hi before we play our national anthem. Hi to our listeners and also our viewers. We normally Nana have viewers within South Africa and also have viewers within the US, Asia, and the UK as well. So I just want you to be cautious of that. Some people have money call, who knows, from abroad and say, you know what, we want to start a business here to Mzansi. Can you just greet our viewers at home?
Nkosi Putom, thank you so much. I greet you, viewers at home, in the name of our Lord Jesus. I just want to acknowledge God firstly, because this is for us to be meeting or having this interview in such a time as this around the world. You know, we need to just glorify that it is by the grace and the mercies of God that we even have this opportunity. So I would like to say hello to everyone, wherever that you are. Yes, and thank you so much for the invitation, Putumlam.
Thank you, Nana Charlene Ndwe. If you Nana full stop. Get it, Nana Charlene Ndwe. Yeah. All right. No,
awesome.
Really thank you for Bukobako for gracing us. We know we were supposed to have done this on the 8th of January, but technically did not allow us. But we are here today. We're here today. So the thing that is Mandi in the venture capital. Maybe before we start, Evangelist Evie Mamba Paya, Utiena, wow, thanks for the opportunity to host her for us. Yabona bantu. Already, and they're like, okay, thank you for hosting her for us. So Nana, all the way from Johannesburg, and I'm hosting you from my own studio. And Nana, maybe before we start, can you just take us through Guti?
Yes,
who represent a company, represent you and more just about this company and a bit maybe about Unana, just Unana. Come as Unana. Yabo, Nana Wapi, where are you from? And so that at least but Konami chat or Nana Walap. So that's yes in Bangaba. We are engaged, you never know. You never know.
It's a secret business meeting or interview or which one is which? Okay, but Unana is I was born and bred in the Eastern Cape in a small town called Butterworth. And then I left Butterworth, I think when I was 8 or 9 years, and I went to a small town again called Solo. And again from there, I had my grandparents also moved to Mthatha, so we stayed Mthatha for some time as well. But then in 2002, I actually came to Johannesburg. So I've been here for like 17 years now. So yes. I'm a child. I'm a believer. I'm a great believer, and more than anything, people need to know that who are we, and I guess in being in Johannesburg, and opportunities are here, and I guess this was one of them. Yes, being in the company that I work for. We are a venture capital business in South Africa, in Johannesburg, in Rosebank. It's called TE Capital. We're a venture capital business. Yes, we assist and we partner with companies that might be looking for funding, whether you are a small or a big business, but as long as it's a blue chip company. And being blue chip, that means at least it's recognized you've done work before, and you just maybe have or just lacking resources, to expand on your business, or to move forward in your business. So that's where we are bridging the gap between someone who says, look, I've been operating, I've had money, I'm just having challenges. For an example, even in the COVID-19, like this pandemic that we've been going throughout the world, people have been experiencing, we have received a lot of requests and applications for people that are requesting mostly venture capital, because we're not a bank.
Okay.
We do not loan. We don't loan. We partner. We are venture capital, so we partner. Then we put funding, and in terms of partnership, so managing the finances, because we've had experiences before where people would come, they would want finances, and then at the end of the day, how will the money come back? How are you going to make money? So I guess because of experience, we've seen that it is necessary for us to partner with people, so that we partner in that company, so that we can also manage the risks of the business.
Okay. Now, when you say you partner, does that mean you partner up until for eternity, or you only partner up to a certain point when your money is paid off? Once you go out, or you partner as long as the company exists?
No, we don't partner for until eternity. We partner for the duration, and for until we get the money that we've invested back, and of course made profit, depending on the terms and conditions of the contract, and depending again how long is the contract. Let's say it's a contract. For example, what we look for most of the times is purchase orders, where someone will say, guys, I've got these purchase orders, but I just don't have funds, I just need more funds, right? And let's say you are supplying machinery to mines, or you're supplying machinery to private companies, any kind of project that we some of them can be 12 months, and some of them can be 24 months, but we don't normally long term, we don't take much of long term, very, like, let's say 36 months or 5 years. Someone will say, no, it's a 5-year contract. But again, depending what is the structure of that particular contract, so we avoid long-term ones, or the ones that are going to say, someone is going to say, no, I need R1 billion, I'm building this, because how are we going to then assist others, So we have our terms and conditions, and the criteria which we look for in those type of businesses that we actually venture with. I think you muted.
Okay.
You muted your mic. Sorry.
Okay. Now,
you muted. Yeah. Sorry.
In that is that now the question is, I hear Guti, you actually help out the companies this is operator and all those things. But do you guys help companies that is a startup, whereby you can say, no, I'm a startup, but this is my business plan, this is my plan and everything. So would you be able to look and entertain such, or it's just only the companies that are already in full swing?
Look, or like when we take ourselves as we are creating opportunities, even for those that have not, let's say, have not done any work. But as long as what that particular project or that particular business plan, it's definitely something that will make money and something that is going to work.
Okay, and your interest, because at the end of the day, you are a business, you need to make money. You know, your interest is based on the individual case. Okay, on this one, based on your risk, we're going to take 20%. On this one, based on your risk, we're going to take 50%. How is that calculated?
Yes, definitely. We do look at the type of contract, and we also look at the risk part of it. Yes. And of course, our contracts are negotiable. It can be from anything from 20% upwards. We do look at the risk. Some we can even go to say 70, 30, depending on what are the risks. We look at all those things, you know.
And what about people who actually have e-purchase orders and all those things, but however willing to surrender and give the business one they just want out? Would you be able to entertain those? Because we've got people and tenderpreneurs and other people who are there who are sitting with purchase orders. Abanye, they don't even know where to start. Abanye, they do, but Abanye, they are no longer interested in that. Would you be able to entertain such?
Yes, I guess we can also look at what type of and why would they not want to be, you know, be involved. But of course, I guess we can look at what exactly is the type of that particular contract, or what are they supplying, and who are they supplying. Because of course, you wouldn't want to just take something where now you are going to end up creating a lot of work for yourself. You want to be sure what I'm taking is something that's going to create and obviously create opportunities for others as well, you know. Because if Tina, we are partnering with the person, we have not come across with someone who's going to say, no, I'm just giving it this to you guys and then you can run with it. We have not come across that. But I'm not saying that, no, we cannot assist a person who says, look, because of I don't, or I lack capacity to run with this, and because maybe you are a well-established company, you can run it, you know. But of course, I guess that person would expect to get something at the end of the day, you know. And what we normally do, people that give, I think such who would come to say, I've got a project, but I'm not the one that's doing it. I've got another person or another company that's doing it. I'm just maybe meeting the parties or allowing the parties to meet, but then I'm not part of the project. So in such cases, we obviously can talk in terms of commission, but the commission part of it, it comes at the end when we have done the project, because other people can come and say, I've got this project, and it turns out the person wants money, and after that, he knows it's something that people will get stuck along the way, and it's not doable. You know, so we look at those things. If it's something that we feel, look, this is something that we can do, and based on the fact that we will do the project, and when it's completed, then the person can get their commission.
Yeah, so you do entertain those, and also leads. You look after leads about who will come up with sort of opportunities for your company. Now, on average, application, would you say, definitely, if someone is applying for venture capital, on average, how long does it take, plus minus?
Okay, if a company meets all the criteria that we look for, definitely we can. It takes plus minus from the day you come and present. We can take plus minus 7 to 14 working days to just look at everything and of course do our proper due diligence and check is what the person bringing to us something that we can work with. We of course want to know and understand, have they done any work before? Do they have anything in terms of assisting them? Do they have any record of working and doing something successfully? Because most people, we know, in this world, some people can come just chance, they've never done this, they don't even know how to run a business, but then they will come, look, I've got money, I need money and I want to do this. And it turns out maybe the person has never done it before. So we do check, and see how can we assist the person and at the end of the day so that we can help them to grow as well in business.
Okay. And what's your minimum and maximum cap? If you say we start from this amount in terms of funding and this is our cap, we can go as far as this, but are there any opportunities also in terms of your cap? If something is beyond your cap, would you be able to say, okay, it's lucrative, let's look at it?
Yes, we any application that requires from 100,000 rands up to 650,000 for one. Let's say you've got purchase orders, for an example, and you have this particular purchase order. Purchase orders, at least we do up to 650K, and we also look at the fact that what is in that particular purchase order. But in terms of projects, again, they vary. Some can bring a project that says, look, I need mining equipment. Maybe I need about 3 million. We understand, of course, mining equipment doesn't come cheap, but of course, we're going to look at what is exactly, what are the terms and conditions, and also what are the payment terms from the company that you are supplying.
I hear you. So would you say again, no Zola Anthony Pauti, thank you for the opportunity. I saw Zola's status this morning as it is looking for funding. And I'm sure that's why he's also listening as we speak. So Nana, ni based at Rosebank Nina. Where abantu bangadibana nani njani, and what are the contact details or now?
Okay, of course we can set up appointments, so they can give me a call. I mean, these days technology has made things much easier for us. It's either I'm on Telegram and I'm on WhatsApp. So, or a person can just send a message depending, so we can set up an appointment and definitely we can meet up. And
yes.
But I will request for a person to just send me basic things about the company, and like the person can send me maybe an email, just a brief of who they are, what they do, what they're requiring. By the time I meet them, I have an idea. So those meetings we can arrange, and of course they can call in that same number, so we can talk about it. And I think last week when you actually advertised the interview on your Facebook, I got a lot of calls actually. Or was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I got a lot of calls. But I think sometimes people get discouraged that maybe a person is calling me, I'm in a meeting. If I'm in a meeting, definitely at the end of the day, I do try and sit down and be returning the calls. Whoever called, just try and but failing, if I don't respond or answer your phone at that moment, it doesn't mean no, I'm not taking calls at all. So I always make sure that, because I understand that people call for business, so I always make sure that I do answer the phone, and if not, I do call back.
I hear you. And would you say, Kemoko, you don't have a specific industry, you cut across depending on your appetite on that particular project? So it's not like you say, no, I mean manufacturing, that. You look at each project based on its own merit.
Yes, definitely. That's exactly what we do.
That's good, Nana. Now, you can leave us with your details, email address, and everything, so that those abangakwazi ukufumana mhlambe efonini. I know ukuthi you've been inundated with quite a number of calls from today onwards, and then you have to also line up ukuthi, okay, what makes sense out of all these business proposals that you've got. Abantu yephi number banayisebenzisa, abantu yephi email address that they can actually use.
Okay, for now, I can give them my Gmail account, which is much easier. Whether I'm in a meeting, I can access it, anyway. So for me, that's much easier. But anyway, for work as well, I can give a person, whoever those calls that I receive, I will give them my work email. But for now, because let's say I'm out of the office, I'm in East London, or I'm somewhere, I'm not in the office. So most of the time, I'm not always, carrying the laptop, so I don't access my work emails. But unless I know that, okay, there's an email that I'm expecting, then of course, sometimes I prefer when I've shortlisted people, then I know that, okay, I'm going to receive. So I will give my number, the number that they can get me from WhatsApp, Telegram, or a call. It's 065
065
577
577 065 577
3245.
3245 065
Yes.
577 3245.
45.
That's
Yes.
Nana. That's Nana's
that is
number, direct line, either
yes.
on Telegram, either on
Yes.
WhatsApp, either on
Yes.
on
SMS
SMSs,
or
or
call.
you just want
Yes.
to make a call. So Nana, she's
Yes.
available on that. The email address, Nana, that you can leave us with.
Okay, my email address is nana.ndwe@gmail.com.
Nana.ndwe@gmail.com, and you are
Yes.
always accessible.
Yes,
Nana.
always accessible on this one. Otherwise, my work one, it's nana.tcapital.co.za. But of course, when we've arranged something, like I'm saying, the Gmail address is much easier because I can access it anyway, anytime, So for the work one, only when I'm in the office.
I hear you.
Yes.
No, Nana, we'd like to thank you for gracing us today, for making sure good you bring these opportunities. Abantu bazazi ubanga bazikhona, offices zenu zikhona zise-Rosebank. So we're not talking about uvuke ngcini or any other thing. So they'll be able to get hold of you at any time.
Yep.
We normally have abantu who would watch this show after Sesi broadcasting Latina live. Some of them are busy working from home, and they will actually watch the show. So I'm sure they're going to be able to get hold of you. For Nana, you can always go to Betuna Banga Banana, Bendy Vegla show, Kamlamli, Kaputim Lamli, Katatu Lamli, Ukokai Kotatu Lamli, whichever way that appeals. So the telling the one about consideration way to application yam and all these other things. I come lenzu nganato Betuna Babas Angena Lomlense. Unedolo lam undinendrope pakunana who knows Nana, thank you Sisiman, thank you for everything. We really appreciate. It's
thank you so
to
much. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for listening. And like once more, I thank you, Puntlamli, for this opportunity. And really, we praise God for your work. Yes, may you continue to do the great job that you're doing. And yes, may they have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nana. Nana Charlene Dwe, Umkile Betuna, Siabulela Nana. Thank you for everything. Thanks, Nana. Let's see what the national anthem is our Spartan joy.
Pondolayo izwa imithandazo yethu Nkosi sikelela thina lusapho lwayo murena buluka setšhaba sa Jesu, o fedise dintwa le matshwenye. Se boloke setšhaba sa Jesu, setšhaba sa South Africa, South Africa. 80 blofano seyemel, 80 deep defano sie, oros jevergebeltes, var die kranse antwoord geeft. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa.